Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Today is currently a Wednesday, and we are going to be playing a little bit of The Messenger. How are you guys doing in the chat? I hope everything is going good. Thank you for throwing confetti at my face. Give me a second. I am wrapping some things up, like, at the last absolute second here. So, give me a moment. Here. Am I allowed to change the category? Here, I'm trying to change the category here. Click on that. Why am I not allowed to click done? What the heck? I'm currently stuck in the Messenger and I'm trying to, like, change it to just chatting because I actually have some chatting that I want to do real quick before I start the stream here. Okay, well, can I do it in one of my other windows here? Possibly. Okay, pie. Lovely. Here, I'll try it in this stream manager. Why not? Might work, might not. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Grab that. Change it over to just chatting. Okay, good. I just need to remember to swap it back afterwards because, like, I might accidentally forget and just be like, oh, hey, we've been on just chatting for a while. Thank you for the pie. I appreciate it very much. Something sweet and not savory. Yeah. Actually, a little bit of savory with sweet actually helps out sweet significantly. So, goodbye. All right. Anyway, I got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about real quick before we started the stream. First of all, I have just recently been informed of this, and I feel like since I've got this, like, you know, I've got this stream and this horn that I can possibly yell stuff out at, I could possibly do this. I just recently heard Brutal Legend. It is currently free on Itch.io right now. Right now. Right now. Absolutely. They're doing a special in remembrance of Ozzy Osbourne. Which, you know, this is the Ozzy Osbourne that you can see in the game right here. Yeah, you can go and get Brutal Legend absolutely for free on Itch.io right now. You can get it via here. And hopefully the link will work. I don't know. I'm going to cross my fingers that it does. But anyways, so if you have an Itch.io account, you can get Brutal Legend for free. And it's a fairly fun game. I don't know. Mechanically, it does get a little bit screwy in certain ways. It tries to do, like, this really weird hybrid system of, like, you know, open world hack and slash and also, like, RTS at, like, the later end portions of the game. But it's, like, a lot of people say it's really fun, and it's a very classic experience, like, very classic Double Fine production. So, hey, it couldn't hurt. Dive it on in. Like, you know, there is no better price than free, right? And again, all you need to do is have an Itch.io account, and frankly, like, Itch.io's got a lot of really good stuff on there, both for free and also paid. I know I have an account, so I figured if I could get people to possibly get a chance at getting a free game, I think that would be kind of cool. So, yeah, there you go. Is it doublefine.itch.io/brutal-legend. So, go for it. Anyway, so that is one of the things that I wanted to talk about. There is one more that I'm gonna try not to get, like, super personal about it because honestly, it's not personal at all. But it is something that's currently rattling around in my brain right now, and I'm not going to be able to get through to the next part of the stream unless I need to actively talk about this. I don't know if anybody has heard the news recently regarding VShojo. I don't know, show of hands in the chat. You might have heard about it because I posted about it over on the Discord. Thank you very much for the apple. I appreciate the brain damage. Oh, yeah. Says Rust. Hi, Rust. How's it going? My roommate follows it. Ah, yes. For those of you who might not be in the know about that, VShojo is currently having a bit of an implosion at the moment. it started out with one of the lead talents at that agency. By the way, if you're completely out of the loop and you have no idea what VShojo even is, VShojo is an English talent agency for VTubers. Well, one of their top talents, Iron Mouse, who you may have heard of before, recently came out of the woodwork making the announcement that she was no longer going to be a part of VShojo. And the reason behind that is because she has made the claims that VShojo has not paid her a significant amount of money that they owe her, as well as also she has discovered that there is at least $500,000 worth of money that is owed to the Immunodeficiency Foundation, which is a charity that she supports and she has done charity drives for. $500,000 worth of money that apparently is still owed to them that has not traded hands, which is a shell-shocking thing to hear. And apparently, this is the first that we're hearing about it, but apparently this has been going on for a little while now. To the point that apparently a bunch of people behind the scenes have been negotiating their contracts with VShojo, and they are actively leaving. So Iron Mouse was kind of one of the big ones that left. A little bit earlier, before Iron Mouse left, Zentreya had left, and I had heard about that, and I was like, what the hell? That's insane. Zentreya leaving VShojo? She was one of the core members. What the hell? What's going on? That's freaking crazy. And Iron Mouse is even crazier. Because Iron Mouse and Zentreya, both of them were at the inception of VShojo. But Iron Mouse specifically has been basically she was being held up there as a mascot basically for VShojo for years. And so to see her basically turn around and go, I'm gone, no, I'm done, I'm gone. It's crazy. And what do I say after that? I don't know. I don't have a heck of a lot of a chip in the game when it comes to VShojo. I do remember there was a point in time where I did audition for VShojo. Because, they don't have a lot of male VTubers there. However, it's not out of the question that maybe they would have a male VTuber show up. It's kind of a question of whether or not they would go for my personal aesthetic, which I don't think they would. But, I mean, nothing happens if you don't try, right? So, I've tried to audition before, and I'm kind of happy that it didn't end up working out, because, yeah, it appears that it would not have done much. But I'm just sitting here and I'm just thinking this, I've seen this happen before in a couple of other cases too. I mean, first of all, the charity money not reaching the hands of certain people, that has definitely happened before, recently in fact. And it's kind of crazy that it's happening again, a second frickin' time. And who knows why it's why that is the case. For the record, I would like to say, for anybody who is currently listening to me talk about this, I am only really parroting anything that I have recently heard from any of the official members that were a part of VShojo. I'm not getting my news from anywhere aside from the talent. So, for the love of all that's holy, don't go to drama blogs and drama channels and get your information from there. That's the worst thing you can possibly do, because that drama channels are just going to rake everybody through the coals, and they're going to make wide extrapolations about things just because of the fact that they want to earn an extra dollar. Don't do it. You're going to see a ton of people making a ton of videos about this just for the sake of trying to make just trying to make the drama worse. Don't don't watch that. Get information directly from the source. And at this moment in time, the only person that has really been able to say anything like concrete about this situation is Iron Mouse and a handful of other people that have given their 2 cents. And that's it. Do some research and look up who it was who were, talent people from Bishoujo, and get the word from their mouths, please. I beg of you. But anyway, what else about that? So, oh yeah, right. There's another thing that this kind of reminded me of before I go into the silver lining of this whole situation, and that is this reminded me so much of. I mean, okay, so obviously there was the completionist thing that happened where the money from the charity didn't end up getting to the charity, and people were like, where did the money go? What the heck? How did it? And then it turned out that they invested the money instead of actually handing the money over to the charity. And then it turned out the money didn't go anywhere, and it actually, it stayed, locked in an account that didn't, grow significantly. And then the money, it turns out that money could have been used for, significant research into what that charity was for. And, as it was a whole kerfuffle. And, heck, $500,000 freaking dollars. That's a lot of money that could have gone towards the IDF, I swear to God. But yeah, there were a lot of parallels with that, but another parallel that I remember, now this might be really old news. I'm literally digging up graves at this moment in time. But this reminded me a heck of a lot of the Channel Awesome implosion. Not exactly. There's not perfect parallels. I'm not saying that they are exactly 100% the same thing. But I don't know. There was just a lot of elements that it reminded me a lot of it. Including the mass exodus. I don't know, for anybody that doesn't remember what that was, Channel Awesome used to be this one website and this curation of a bunch of talented reviewers, and it it starred the likes of the Nostalgia Critic, Linkara, Angry Joe, a ton of people from the it was kind of the Renaissance era of the reviewers. And one day a Google document came out that basically said that there was a lot of malpractice and a lot of mismanagement within the company. It wasn't a case of nobody was getting paid. It was a case of it just seemed like it was really crappy work environment, and there was a lot of classist mentality where certain reviewers were getting better treatment than other reviewers. There was even some talk of intentional ghosting and gaslighting within the company. That there was crazy shit in this document. And oh god, that's awful. Oh yeah, I was there at the time. And there were a lot of allegations involved in there, and one particular really nasty one that I'm not going to get into because I could rant for hours on that one. As well as also, it's a very sensitive subject that I feel would probably make a lot of people upset. But to make a very long story short, what happened was the doc came out, and everybody who was a part of the talent of the agency who had not already left stood their grounds and said, okay, well, we want to hear it from the horse's mouth. We want to know for sure, do they have anything to say? Can they refute some of these claims? And they tried. Channel Awesome absolutely did try. They released their own document, which, the document started out with them saying just we can't go through every single one of the individual little things that has been, that has been levied against us in the document. And that was a red flag right away for me, because I was just sitting there thinking, why not? Why can't you go through every single one of the things word for word? You totally could. You have the time. This is the future of your company we're talking about. If you want to save face, and if you're going to be making a response anyways why don't you just go through the whole thing? Like, fess up on the things that you actively did wrong, and then refute the things that you think are being, like, you know, misconstrued. Seems simple to me. Why aren't you talking about certain things? Is it because you don't want to admit fault? Which, yeah, I'm fairly certain that's exactly what it was. But then they refuted the things that they could refute, which technically some of them they were correct, but then other ones it was like, no, you still did something wrong there. And including they ended up so there was one thing, again, I'm not going to go into details because the details are disgusting. But the worst thing that they were that they were accused of, they refuted what they were being accused of. However, in the process of refuting what they were accused of, even though they did kind of exonerate themselves from it, they ended up opening up a new can of worms where people actually found out more info about the situation, and people realized that it was even worse than what it actually was. You know, it was kind of one of those, like, like, they tried to pick off a scab, and then it just started bleeding profusely, that kind of thing. How did they manage to mess up so badly? Bad management. Like, absolutely terrible management, and a lack of being able to make the right decisions at the right time. That's really where it went. But after they released their response, all the other talent left. The only people that, like, stayed there was, like, 3 people. And I know that one of them only stayed because they're a cheeky son of a bitch who's just like, yeah, I'll stick around till the end. Why the heck not? I don't have any allegiances with them, but I think it's funny that I'm sticking around. So one person was just a shitposting goblin. And, no, Rust has been around, Nova. I'm sure they probably don't talk a heck of a lot in the chat, and that's probably why you haven't seen them. But yeah, Rust has been in the streams quite a few times. Anyway, right. And that's totally fine. Hey, like, I'm a big fan of anybody who does lurking. Speaking of which, if there's anybody in the chat that's lurking right now, or anybody who's listening to the VOD, first of all, hello. Second off, thank you for watching. And third, in reference to that Brutal Legends thing that I talked about a little bit earlier, sorry. You've kind of lost your opportunity for that one. Which, by the way, I'm going to remind everybody, Brutal Legends, absolutely free right now on Itch.io in remembrance of Ozzy Osbourne. If you have an Itch.io account, you can get this game absolutely for free. Go do the thing. It's only available for 666 minutes, so it's going to be gone sometime very soon. Dive on that if you can. 26 says I'm mostly lurking because I'm playing Dandy's World. Oh, okay, nice. Anyway, as soon as I heard, I played Mama, I'm Coming Home. Ah, nice. Oh, I got a 3D print that's currently going on, and it has just gone into pause mode. I need to go and get on that right now. So hold up a second. We're going to go to a BRB screen, and I will be right back. So hang on tight. I'll continue to talk about this in just a sec. Thank you very much for the wait on that one. And also, by the way, I'm going to have to go back again a second time, sometime very soon. I see, I'm currently printing a 3D print in 3 layers. Thank you very much for the freaking pie. Anyway, get out of here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. All good, don't worry. I'm currently printing a 3D print in 3 layers. One of them red, one of them black, and one of them white. And, like, it's gonna look really nice when it's done, but it's a little bit finicky because I have to go in, clip off the previous roll and replace it with another roll and, like, warm up the the filament and all of that jazz and get it moving through the system and then have it start up again. And this next layer of black is not going to be, it's not going to take very long to finish, I'll say that. Heck, it might be done by the time we finish this little rant that I'm currently doing, so, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, though. Yeah, I was talking about the Channel Awesome Exodus. Now, again, at the end of all of it, everybody, like, the response that Channel Awesome gave was basically everybody else's big fat canary in the cage, where everyone was like, yeah, no, danger, red light, and left. So that made every single person, like, talent in their company leave. And that's what this Iron Mouse situation really reminds me of. It's like, Iron Mouse finally got up on the podium and was just like, all done. We're getting the heck out of here. And everybody just picks up and leaves. Your hand's still freaking blue? Jeez. I mean, what did I tell you? I told you it might be a bad idea to paint your hands blue. Mine are naturally blue. They don't need any paint in order to look this way. Also, you said that the Iron Mouse issue is why I'm scared to become an adult. I'm sorry to hear that. Also, on top of that, like, why? I mean, look, at the end of the day, big corporate entities are gonna screw you over one way or another. Like, it's all just a matter. If anything, I feel like learning a thing or two about how corporate entities can potentially screw you over could help you out in the future. So, it's not a bad thing to hear about these kinds of things. And also, on top of that, like, there are always solutions to these problems. I mean, for example, I know that there's probably a lot of people a part of VShojo that are currently lawyering up at the moment and getting ready to fight for their remaining funds that they do not have. Which still perplexes the heck out of me. And I'm not going to make any assumptions for, you know, where that money went, but, you know, VShojo doesn't have the ability to pay their talent. They can't pay people that have done art for them. Like, a lot of people have come out, like, on record to say that they do not have money that they are owed by VShojo. So I just have to wonder, like, if they really genuinely don't have the money to be able to pay this many freaking people, including their talent, where did all of this money go? Like, I don't have a freaking clue. I'm not gonna make any particular claims. I'm not gonna say that I know where it is, because I don't. It's freaking insane. Like, I am looking forward to the court hearings where we finally get some discovery and figure out, like, where the heck all of this money went. Especially the freaking, like, charity money. Like, what the heck? I'm glad Iron Mouse has a ton of support throughout all of this. Last I heard, she raised about 100K because of this. I'm actually gonna talk about that. So here's the silver lining involved with all of this. Yeah, Iron Mouse decided that as an independent, first of all, everybody is going independent, so hooray! And by the way, if you are a fan of VShojo, and if you really enjoyed the talent that was part of the a part of the agency, please continue to support each individual person that was a part of the agency. Because there are some good people and some good talented people that were a part of the agency that I'm sure really need all the, like, help and support that they are no longer getting thanks to them leaving their agency. Like, basically, a ton of work that was being done via their agency is now going to have to happen in-house, or they're going to have to, like, hire their own help on in order to make ends meet. So please help them out, for the love of all that's holy. However, so good news, yes, Iron Mouse opened up a new donation thing through Tiltify, which, again, that's like a streamer donation charity kind of thing where you can donate money directly to a specific charity in the name of, like, you know, a particular person. And you say 100K. Nope. Not 100K. Make that 10 times. That's how much she's done. Look, I mean, this is how high it was when I screenshotted the screen. It's probably higher at this point. 1 million. Iron Mouse's community, as well as several other people that are just passerbys, have raised $1 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. That is like 100 times more than the amount that she was asking for, and twice the amount that VShojo currently owes them. So I think if there is ever any kind of a slam dunk that exists, this is it. And I am super proud of that. That is freaking awesome. I am so happy to see that that kind of money is going to like such a good cause, and that a wrong can be righted so well. Now, that being said, VShojo absolutely still needs to hand that money over. You know, like, we have not... This is not a case of, all is forgiven! No. No, you still have to hand money over. Like, whether it is the $500,000 that Iron Mouse alleges, or if it's, like, less than that, or more for that, you still need to pay people, man. Also, like, you know, you need to pay back the, like, the artists, you have to pay back the editors, you have to pay back, like, you know, anybody, like, any law-related business and people like that. I don't know. Anybody that just was not paid. They need to be paid. Stick it to the man. Hey, you know what? I watched a couple of VTubers who they have their own 2 cents to say in reference to this whole situation, and you know, as well as I've got my own 2 cents when it comes to, like, you know, law and things like that, and the man, so to speak. At the end of the day, like, I think contracts and things, a big sticking point that a lot of people have talked about when it comes to this VShojo thing is contracts and, you know, agency work. And there are a ton of people that are saying that being a part of an agency is a terrible thing. A lot of people are saying that, like, no, it's an evil, terrible thing, and you should just never do it whatsoever. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that you should never, ever be a part of an agency. I shouldn't say that you should never sign contracts, because that's the wrong thing to take from this. What I am going to say is that you absolutely do need to read the contracts that you are being handed, or you need to get yourself a real good lawyer that is capable of reading those contracts for you and helping you make really conscious decisions about business. Or heck, look into it yourself and understand the law related to these contracts. That is what I think people need to take from all of this. And okay, what else could I possibly say? I'm trying to think, like, where else I would go with this. I don't know, like, because, all right, like, there's a lot of people that are currently, like, shit posting and talking about the fact that VShojo's contract was actually not that good. That's subjective, unfortunately. Like, for some people, the contract that VShojo had people sign could be something that is totally fine to some people. Like, if you've got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain from a contract like VShojo's, hey, if they're offering, go for it. Just, you know, you need to go into it with the understanding of what you're going to get and what you're not going to get. For anybody else who, like, you know, they have specifically higher standards, who want to have, you know, more of a piece of the pie, like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it might not be a good contract for you. You know, so, like, just, I'd like people to, like, make a note of that, like, while for some people, they'll look at the contract and they'll go, ew, yucky, blah, disgusting. That's on one person's opinion. You know, like, it could be perfectly, completely fine for another, like, it kind of comes down to what your personal standards are. So I'm not going to make any sort of a claim like that. What I am going to say is that at the absolute very least, people should have been paid properly. You know, I think we can all actively say that for sure. Anyway, there's not much else that I really want to say in reference to that. Like, I was not really a part of VShojo or anything like that, but as somebody who did, thank you. As somebody who did watch a bunch of the talent a part of VShojo, and as somebody who still, like, you know, I have, like, major fondness for a lot of the people that were a part of the agency. I still, like, you know, I still support them, and I will continue to support them. And but I definitely hope that the people associated with the business end of VShojo, you know, Gun Run and all that, they got some explaining to do. Like, that they got some talking they need to do. They need to do some payments. They need to, I mean, like, I don't know. If it comes down to it, bankrupt and liquidate. Like, something. Just anything to basically wipe the slate clean. I mean, true. Bankrupting is only going to, like, you know, make it so that people don't end up getting their money at the end of the day, which would really fucking suck. But at the absolute very least, it would, like, put a capstone to the end of this garbage. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna hope, I don't know. I'm gonna cross my fingers, and I'm gonna hope that things turn out, like, a little bit better. I mean, you know, this is a pretty good sign that things are gonna be okay, I think. I'm hoping that the exact same kind of support can happen with the, you know, the individuals a part of VShojo as well, though. Like, I would love to see, everybody that's currently doing streaming, I hope that there are some, like, serious hype trains in their future. I hope that people get the kind of money that will forward them into newer, brighter futures. You know what I mean? I mean, the good news is that becoming independent from this point onward means that a lot of the people that did have, like, major audiences from VShojo, it means that all of that money that they're making through Twitch revenue, they are now going to be able to make that money by themselves. So, hey, very nice. Anyway, this has been a very long conversation here, and also one that I'm not even 110% certain I'm even valid to be having, considering the fact that I am not involved whatsoever. But it's just something that's rattling around in the back of my brain, and I don't know. There was a lot of times that I thought about maybe making a social media post in relation to it, but frankly, I don't want to muddy the water. I don't want to, like, as well as I'm not going to be uploading this part separately to YouTube. I'm just going to make this a Messenger post, because, like, I don't know. I don't want to ride the coattails of this whole crap. It's absolute garbage. I just want to see people get supported. I want to see people get hugged. Go hug a VShojo agent, you know, agency worker, because Lord knows they need it. All right. Well, enough of this really frustrating, you know, stupid stuff. Let's go ahead and let's go play ourselves some of the Messenger. Now, and if you remember, I left myself with a really stupid dragon challenge. So it might take me the entirety of the rest of the stream to do the dragon challenge. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do it in one shot. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm not sure if I should go through with my dress of being a VTuber. Your dress of being a VTuber? Or you mean like your plans of being a VTuber? Look, I would say if you want to... Oh, your dream of being a VTuber? Look, if you want to be a VTuber, I mean, first of all, like, you don't need to get, like, some sort of a fancy avatar like I've got. Like, I decided to go full tilt and went 3D right away just because that was how I wanted to go. You know, that was the vision that I had in my brain. Just being like 3D, hands, facial expressions. Whoa. But you don't necessarily need to do something like that. You could start out with a PNG and just, be a PNG tuber for a certain period of time if you wanted to. Or if you do happen to know somebody that knows how to rig, or if you know how to rig yourself, you could, in theory, make yourself your own avatar and just, be a live 2D VTuber, or, a VTube Studio powered VTuber, and you can use your webcam, and you don't even need to do anything super expensive. And on top of that, VTubing is not necessarily like exclusively a business oriented thing. You don't need to be making a ton of freaking money just for the sake of being a VTuber. And for the record, if anybody is going into live streaming with the idea of making millions or million or dollar, I think that's a really bad sentiment to base your entire dream around. Like, let's be fair. I think everybody would really love to be self-sufficient. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I would love nothing more than to know that this particular thing that I'm doing right here could potentially sustain me over like long periods of time, where I don't have to worry about, leaving my house or going off and doing a 9 to 5 or something to that degree. But like, it's, it's one of those things that it's not likely to happen. Like, I think you want to entertain people and make them happy and forget about the shit in the world. Dude, yeah, right? Hi, hello, here I am. That's one of the reasons why I started. That, and also I'm a little bit of an introvert, and I wanted to try and do something that got me out of my comfort zone and, got me a little bit more out there. So, yeah, like a bunch of things. I'd like to entertain people and make people happy too. And also give people a place where they can just kind of shut their brains off and just not think about stuff. Just like chill, relax, enjoy. Yeah, like I totally get that. Now that being said, like, that's a good thing to base your VTubing thing off of. Just starting out, I kind of wanted to just make a nice community for people that were interested in just chilling and enjoying talking about our favorite subjects and our favorite or like, basically, if you've got a particular fixation, or if you got something that you're really, really passionate about, I'd love to hear it. And on top of that, like, if you've got stuff that motivates you, drives you, that's the kind of thing that I really based my YouTubing and streaming and everything off of. I wanted to really build a community where people felt comfortable with being able to do that. Like, being excited about whatever it is that you're currently excited about, or involving yourself in, exciting things and, memorable experiences. And also just goofing off. Just doing whatever the heck. That's really what I've ended up building myself off of here, and I try to stick to those tenets as much as I possibly can. Now, the fact that I do earn like some kind of money through this, like, I do earn a little bit of a Twitch paycheck, not a ridiculous one. Like, it's so incrementally tiny that it's like, I don't know. It's not something to write home about, basically. But at least it's something. It's kind of neat that it's actually something. So, I'm not going to stick my nose up to that. I'll take it. And if it grows to anything bigger, that'd be great. I would love to be able to subsidize a little bit of the money that I make on my stream towards improving the stream and making things better, or being able to pick up games, or properly be able to get myself an editor so that I don't have to worry about that crap. Like, because seriously, sometimes editing can be a little bit of a nightmare and like really tiresome. And on top of that, there's the grindstone of the whole, like, you need to be making content all the frickin' time. Just to be able to like stay on top of things and keep people's interest and being in people's algorithms. And that's not something that I can do by myself. and it's definitely not something that I can currently do with the current setup that I've got. This is exactly why I will mention sometimes being in an agency is a good thing, because an agency does allow for people to be able to afford to get themselves stuff like an editing team or a promotional team or something to that degree. Being in an agency is not inherently a terrible thing, but not being in an agency is also okay. It and if you can manage to succeed without an agency, and if you can hire your own if you can hire your own editors, do your own merch research and collaborations, if you can do your own marketing, if you can get your own games, if you can properly if you can properly keep yourself afloat with all of that, with everything else, including food and housing and utilities and bills like that, more power to you. That being said, that's a lot to think about, and also maybe it would be a good idea to just keep that being a hobby. And like you said, Nova, you can still entertain people and make people happy and forget about the shit in the world, while also simultaneously having a regular job. People do it all the time. In fact, streaming is actually one of the things that really allows me to unwind at the end of the day. It gives me an opportunity to do something that I love and that I enjoy in a way that I feel is a little bit more constructive than me just sitting down, playing a video game, and not talking to anybody. It feels like I'm getting to do something else, something extra on top of that. So do not be afraid of becoming a VTuber. If you have the vision to become a VTuber, be a VTuber. Go get yourself that PNG and start out from there, or get yourself the proper full animated VTuber or something to that degree. Nothing's stopping you. Heck, if you can't even do that, start out with absolutely nothing on screen if you want to. Possibly. That's how I started. I was like a disembodied voice for a really long time. So, hey, that's another option too. My original career goal was going to be a game developer. Oh, a game dev YouTuber. Ah, interesting. I'm trying to think that there's a couple of game dev YouTubers that exist out there, though I don't know. I've heard one or two stories about game dev YouTubers that some of them are great, and then some of them are just I don't know. I'm not going to go into details about that because that's an entire other kettle of fish that we'd have to deal with. Yeah, gross. It's just anyway, right. I should get into playing a little bit of here, the Messenger, because I was planning on starting up the Messenger sometime here and then just never did. So let's go ahead and first of all, let me change the game we're playing over to the Messenger. There we go. That way we can... Oh, what the heck, man? I can't. Okay. Is this something that's broken on Twitch's side? Here we go. The Messenger, done. Okay, that should have swapped the games. My friend is one, but he's using AI to make his game, and I keep trying to convince him not to. I don't like AI. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, if you can get away with doing something without AI, I highly recommend that. Because AI really keeps you from being able to properly learn about the process of making certain things. And that inherently takes away a skill that you could potentially have. So, yeah, it's not the best thing in the world to use AI. Highly recommend that you don't do that. Why am I getting an ad for Stardew Valley? Good question. Why? Why are you getting an ad for Stardew Valley? And also, Oh, I guess I've talked for so long that I probably have like gone at least 10 minutes here. So now you guys are getting ads. God, this is why I run the the pre-roll ads and also the in-between ads like whenever I go to break. Speaking of which, a break should be coming along here pretty soon because I see that my 3D print is it's not completely done, but it's starting to get there. Okay. Oh, and yeah, if you're curious about what exactly it is that I'm printing, I'm sorry I can't tell you. Um, unfortunately, it is literally the logo of a local place around here, and I don't want to be, I don't want to be doxxed. So I'm gonna go ahead and not tell you. And no, it's not Miku. It'd be great if it was, but it's not. All right, let me make some adjustments to my desk setup here just so I can properly put the keyboard up here. Move the mic. Miku, Miku, beep. There we go. Okay, let's make our way over to the game tab and we will begin this. Sorry, I forgot that was up there. There. All right. Also, we need to unmute the game. Game PC. Oh, wait, it is already unmuted. Well, why isn't the controller working? Yippee! Come on, buddy. Desktop. Okay, maybe I'll unplug my controller. I ate the work. I should 3D print the Aldi logo. I could. I could technically print the Aldi logo. Why I would do that, I don't know. But I absolutely could. Here, let me unplug and replug in the controller. There we go. Okay. So where the heck was I? For the funny. Alright, Dragon. Let's see if this is easier or worse after a week of not playing. Oopsies. Worse. If someone's watching, you could pretend you just wanted to show them how I always have random contextual insults when you die. I really should make a 3D printer-friendly version of Bit. Like a voxel version or something. Ah, balls. See, my thoughts were I'm like not doing very well in terms of I can't I need to be able to trigger the firestorm that the thing does, and then after that, so and the way to do that is to take out enough clouds, but also I need to avoid all the fire and stuff like that. And I thought that maybe like soaring over the fire like an eagle might help me out in some ways. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I got hit twice there. Not good. Damn it! Keep on accidentally running into him, too. I need to stop doing that. I'm just sitting there. Blank, motherfucker! Ah! Oh, dearie me. Oh, good! Nuts to this, man. If someone's watching, you can pretend there was input lag. I mean, not input lag, but my controller, like, knocks out every once in a while. Can I blame that? Whoa. Da-da-da, great. Why can't I just run to the left? There was some solid ground over there. I liked that solid ground. It was good. Also, what's my arm doing? My arm is just, like, not behaving. This is bullcrap. I've been hit too many times. I really need to get into the habit of, like, not doing that. Okay, how's the print doing? Print's still going. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do something a little bit risky with that print though. I have got this one roll of like white filament, and that white filament is like nearly completely out. So what I was thinking about doing was like using it, because like I don't need a ton of white filament. I just need enough. And I think there might be enough on that roll for like this particular job. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try and like slap on a very empty roll of white filament and see whether or not, like, you know, will the thing be like, you know, puffing. Will the thing basically be like, you know, puffing air by the time I'm done with it? Basically just going. You. Well, this really is, like, a lot harder after you've left it for, like, a week. Also, I've just noticed, that's just a gigantic torso. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Dang it. Oh, dear. Oh, jeez. That move is so bullshit. That whole, like, sweeping the ground and just destroying everything, like, ugh, alright. Oops. Whoops! Well, I don't want to get hit on the first sweep anyways, so whatever. Bum, bum, bum. Also, that's a giant rock foot. That's a rock foot. I believe that's a rock hand. Boy, somebody's statue was absolutely mulched. Maybe here. Okay, here's an idea. What if I use a shuriken? Did I attempt to try and use a shuriken in the first time? The music in this area absolutely slaps, though. Damn it. Oh, I can do that. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Wait, that changes everything. Maybe that was the entire point. They're trying to teach me that, like, hey, you can climb onto the dragon via this attack. Although I need to be coordinated in order to make that work. Uh-oh, here we go. Well, I managed to avoid an absolute loss. Oh, he's flashing fast, though. Fuck. Fuck. I got too ballsy. I basically said, hey, I'm close enough to him. Let's hit him! I have confidence. Let's do this. Okay, print is still going. I made the mistake of not jumping there. Boop. Neat. Love the idea that, like, you know, like, instead of slashing the dragon, he's just sticking the sword up his nose. Blip. Oh, dang it. Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm a dumbass. Moving. Ow! Nova! How dare you with your acorns? All right, good, 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 good. Managed to do that without getting hit once. Ah, well, there it goes. Come in, come on, come on, get me. Oh, fudge. Okay, so for some reason, I thought there was still Cloud Floor there. I don't know. Mind's eye, mess with me. Good enough. I'm once again thinking back to that no-hit run idea and just being like, wow, that would be a terrible thing to do. But he's flashing. Yeah, scumbag. Could have pulled that off. So it appears that, like, I at the very least need to hit, like, one of those correctly in order for me to succeed this level. Oops. I need to stop being greedy. God! Oh, what? That's enough? Oh, this is terrible. I'm just gonna quit out on this one. Mash my face directly into the dragon's spikes. Oh, cool, I'm not a vegan anymore. Friggin'. Is that what happens when you don't, you're not a vegan anymore? You drink soda? You attack the evil version of yourself. Well, you're not me! Oh, you, but soda. Soda! Frick. One hit's not bad on that one. Alright. Hup! Here we go. This crap again. Dang it! Ah. Da ba da 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 da. I've just realized this very well could just be one single stream of me trying to defeat the dragon. Whoops. Ah, man. God, I suck. Ah, dang it. Okay. Need to remember I have my hook. That hook is going to be the savior in situations like that. Whoopsies. Disgusting. All right. I didn't jump. That's my bad. Okay, come on now. You can do it. Pep up that step. Let's go. 3D print is still going. Oh, man. Whoopsies. Oh, man. Ah. Never realized just how badly I was going to miss the ground. Come on, Dragon Man! I'm wishing for, like, a secondary level, you know what I mean? Just, like, an extra place where I could potentially, like, save myself, maybe. You know, like an extra layer of clouds. Woo! That was close. Up. Trying to avoid the fireballs, and I was flying across the frickin'. Combinations here are insane. Oh, whoops. Oh, man. Dang it. I'm head out now. Do have fun, though. Thank you, C6. Despite the frustration, I am having an okay amount of fun. But anyway, you have a very good night. Brady Print's still going. Whoops. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Gaming the system. Shit. Alright, here we go. This garbage. Shit, 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 shit! Ah! I was sitting in that moment being like, do I hook or do I just hit him? I don't know. Dang it. Do 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 do. Come on now. Yeah, man. Ow! Thank you. Here's a refreshment. Oh, I ran into him. Oh, the 3D print's done. I'ma keep battling here. Oops. Okay, here we go. All right, he's flashing. Hey, got it! Was it a dragon? Defeat the Sky Serpent. All right, what's your story? Aw, he's a good dragon now. It's Falkor. What the heck? I've been watching you for a long time, Messenger. Yeah, and I've attempted to try and attack you multiple times, and then simultaneously getting my ass beat. Who are you anyway? Ha, so the disguise did fool you. It's a shame you freed my slave pet, but no matter, I am now certain I can defeat you. Whoa, it's the devil. You! Who are you? Bwahahaha, surprised? Time to pay for what you did to my people. Oh, is this the guy that killed my people? Okay. Bold words coming from such an unprepared adventurer. The underworld awaits you, Messenger. At last, the scroll will be ours. Watch your step now. Whee! I'm going to hell. Oh yeah, this is literally a hell level. Awesome. Well, actually, I think quite literally, I'm just gonna call it for today. Like, we had a heck of a lot of things to talk about at the very beginning of the stream, and then that boss fight was kind of annoying. So I'm gonna give myself something to look forward to the next time that I start up the stream. That being a trek through hell. I would love to do that. Oh god. Like, 16-bit and chiptune music is good, but only in like the adventure sake. It's not very good for, it's not good listening music, you know what I mean? Anyways, I think, yeah, we're going to call it for today. As well as I've got to go and babysit that 3D print and go get it all set up and ready to go. So, thank you guys very much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it very much. And also, as another reminder, if it's even still available, please go and get Brutal Legend for free. As well as also support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Please, a lot of shit has gone down. I think we need a good positive at the moment. Either that or, like, share the link. Something like that. Let people know that it's even there. And let's see whether or not we can get that number to go burr even higher. Anyway, my stream, any tips from my hand? Absolutely none. You kind of did that to yourself. I don't know, just keep watching it. Eventually, the skin cells will repair themselves, and you know, like eventually that stuff will come off. Anyways, my stream schedule is Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And the next games that I'm going to be playing, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which is going to be happening on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be just doing a casual stream where we hang out and say hello and just chill, enjoy ourselves. But yeah, that'll do it. I'm going to go over to that 3D print because I need to go work on that. Again, thank you guys very much for coming out. See you next time.